absolutely demolished. I hate this map as a result. Here we go. We're going to go live.
Who are we following for that?
We're following Dibby at the moment, but we'll see. No, not him. ZLC. Yellow armor underground in that water area. Now, I'd expect, compared to the first map with Denmark, although they played it very carefully, I'd imagine them to take this a little bit more cautiously.
But they'll have to. They'll now be up against far higher level of combat skills. They'll have to be far more careful about what engagements they take. You know, running around on your own into a few opposition players is no longer an option because you're not going to come out on top. It's going to be a far different game now.
I'm following Cass at the moment, although he's not really got... Well, he's got a rocket launcher now. We'll have to see how he can attack this. We do have the time for the first quad. 15 seconds time. Goes up the bounce pad. It's very risky, but...
Yeah, you can't do that against Vime. He's not going to miss bounce pad rails, is he?
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 32 health, but he doesn't need any more when he's sitting on his back with a railgun. Look at these easy rail shots. Does get caught out by a long-range machine gun. And this first quad is going to be, in the end, comfortably taken by Cass. One of those modern superstar Russian TDMers.
It wasn't exactly the greatest quad attack ever, but all that matters is they've come away with it and they can take advantage of this.
It was surprisingly coordinated by both teams for a first quad, actually. Normally one team just forgets. Jumps over to the bridge. Cass does get taken out by another rail shot from ZLC.
Yeah, and there you go. That's why rail is so effective on this map. There are so many positions ZLC will be able to take up where...
Oh my god, what a frag!
That's an amazing combination.
He's got 100% rail at the moment as well.
Yeah, this is a map where, you know, good railers are so dominant.
Steady railers.
Yeah, steady railers. You don't need to be an amazing railer to hit a high rail stat on this map because so many of the shots, especially in the area ZLC is now, what's he got to aim at? A narrow corridor, bounce pad, and, you know, a doorway below him as well. And if he's defending inside the quad area, it's the same thing. A bounce pad and 2 narrow entrance points.
We can see from this kind of setup, I mean, Denmark are going for the traditional primary location, the quad area, control that, the bridge over to the mega. They probably picked up more megas. If I look at the scoreboard, it's 3-1. Trying to push through and get a few shots away at the red, but they're not pushing red.
Exactly, red is not a priority. If they think they've picked up some kills and the red might be open, they'll look to possibly push out there. But it's not a priority. The priority for them is that railgun and the mega health. And if they can get to them, the yellows, but...
They're going to have a good setup now. We've got 20 seconds to go before quad. I should expect to see neutralizers pushing some sort of attack towards the bridge and the quad area.
Yeah, this is where the coordination is important. They have to make sure both
nice railing.
covered.
That's good work by ZLC, but he's only got one shot, and in fact they've lost a rail because they've rocket jumped up to grab that rail that was on its perch. Oh, he misses his last rail shot. He does pick up the quad though, and actually escapes.
Yeah, he wasn't punished for missing that rail when he quite well could have been.
Now got a shotgun. The yellow armor will help him survive that a little bit longer. Oh, look at this, bit of a mess with Gizmo. He's going around on his own, got no real support, although the red armor has been secured by Viam. Excellent work.
Yeah, this is really nice team play at the moment by Denmark.
They need to make sure they win back their primary location. They want to play out though. Fear's going down, Dibby to follow. This is a very comfortable display thus far by Denmark. They look like they really know what they're doing on this map.
Yeah, totally. It's how you want to play this map. From this position in an ideal world, you know, they've taken the quad, they've used it to go and take all of the major items, including that red armor that they hadn't really seen much of until now, and then they're back to their position.
Well, what I would say though is that they did have that red armor. They, like from the point of view we could tell, seem to give it up though. I mean, sometimes if you really want the most optimal play, you still want to keep pressuring on it once you know the time, and they didn't seem to. And I don't know.
It's turned around now.
Yeah, it's been turned over, so...
Teams are tied.
In fact, it's a tied game.
Yeah, that quad hasn't really made any difference at all. You could see that the quad wasn't picking up many kills, but you wouldn't have thought that it would be so ineffective that suddenly they go from 8 frags ahead to a couple of frags behind.
2 hits. Impressive.
I think they kind of tried
This is just a shooting gallery for Sears at the moment.
That's brilliant railing. Wow. You'd expect it from somebody of his caliber. 15 seconds to go before quad though, and Denmark have timed that attack very well.
I'd call it stylish rails. He made easy-ish rails look quite good, the way he hit them.
Cass, though, diving in last few seconds. Is there going to be a last-ditch grab from the bounce pad attack there? Oh, no! He saves it with the railgun shot. Dibby doesn't waste any time in grabbing that away. Didn't want to let Cass take it.
That late push-in could be regretted by Denmark as well.
Oh.
Quad's already been picked up, and yet 2 more players pushing into the quad room.
Oh, my God! He gets caught up in the air. He's going to go down here. Well, overconfidence there from ZLC at the mega health. He didn't have any armor. Rushing in with the LG. Sometimes that will work out though. Rushing in before they have time to react. Other times you're going to pay the price of not being cautious enough. It's a hard call to make. But they've really turned this around now. It's basically a 20 frag turnaround since the previous quad.
Yeah, and it's really hard when obviously you're locked to one point of view to really see where these kills keep happening. It's just, you know, the speed of the kills has increased so greatly since the start of the game.
I'm going to cycle away from Denmark for a little while, if I can. Well, yeah, we're on Cass.
Yeah, interesting to see what Cass is doing. He's the top fragger on his team, so find out where these frags are happening for neutralizers at the moment.
It seems like they're working quite a tight ship around the red armor. Obviously that mid-yellow should be theirs, and the lightning gun. It's kind of the split of the map. And the advantages you get are there's a lot of combat over the upper yellow. Potentially ambushes at the mega health as we see Cass moving towards that direction now.
Yeah, this will be the last mega health before power up, so you know he can either put some damage in on anyone trying to get to this, or even come away with it himself. But you know he's happy just to put some damage and back off. Doesn't know the time, as you see Night Ops did, and was down at the exact moment. But it's not going to count for anything. That mega health is out of play.
There we go, moving up to this quad area. Night Ops being pushed away and fragged. There's 2 left though, he can't take them out. Gizmo, good defense. In fact, Denmark have done really well again.
Yeah, excellent job. Because that wasn't a bad attack on the quad by neutralizers. No, yeah. It was well defended by Denmark.
And they've closed in the score ever so slightly. They're going to close it in even more. It's only a 4 frag margin now. Picks up the rail ammo. Important to keep in mind how much ammo you got at all times. He's not quite railable. It would leave him with 1 health though if he was hit by it. Now he could go down very easily. 26 health. Pretty much most weapons will kill you. That is excellent railing though. 3 frags on the board. Very confident quad runner there with rail out.
Yeah, you have to be, because you know if you miss your shots with rail, you do put yourself in a dangerous position, quad or no quad.
Especially when you've got 23 health.
Exactly. You're basically playing insta-gear.
He has upped his health now a little bit now though. Moves towards, going to get this frag on Dibby, who's waiting for the rocket launch. You might want to wait for that rocket launch, presumably up fairly soon.
He's got more pressing issues to deal with this.
It's really, thought he was going to push that then. Decided not to, upper yellow. And this is important, the way you divide up your team, covering all those areas, making sure you get those yellows and the timing that's on them. I mean, nowadays the communication of these teams is superb on the timings of items. They'll be calling it across everybody. And even if Gizmo's not going to make it back, someone else will.
Coordination on this map is so important, especially when it comes to the quad, because it's very easy to defend the quad, but it's only easy to defend if people stick to their positions. If you've got people who are like unsure of whether their teammates are covering other positions, they tend to move around a bit, and, you know, occasionally lose their position where they were covering. It makes it easy to get in.
There's Bab moving in towards the quad area. He did just save that last red. He's taken out 2 players though, so they should have a slight advantage. I am just trying to stand on that quad. I'm not sure if he's
just too long. Yeah, too long to wait.
Cass picking up the power up, moving through towards this upper yellow. It's not up quite yet. 5 seconds to go before that one. Lower yellow's taken beneath him. He might catch out. Player moving towards it. Oh, good dodge of the grenades. Almost caught out. As his teammate was. ZLC though soon dispatched. Wow. Fine, really wanted that rail, didn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately for him, the quad did as well.
Well,
that was a nice counter.
Yeah.
I know it's the end of the run and whatever, but that's a good ambush at the same time though from Dibby. Very experienced player, knows all these positions to catch people out, and looks like his team control both the bridge area and the red for the moment, so we're going to have to see a quick counter attack from Denmark to regain one of these 2 areas.
There was a time, I mean, maybe a couple of years ago now, where Dibby was the man to get in your TDM team. Everybody wanted him and wanted his experience and his like calm, collected, controlled kind of play. Because there was a lot of teams with just all-out aggressive fighters, but you do need that balance.
Yeah, but Dibby's sort of like an all-round player as well, because you can't say that his aim is off the charts. You know, his aim certainly isn't bad by any means, but he's not a great teamer either.
Play on his aim.
No, he's one of those. They're probably the best type of TDM players. You know, aim's good, but they don't rely on it. You know, they understand the game. They know where to be. They're the good sort of players to have.
Someone like Noctis is a good example of that as well, where he doesn't play for aim shots.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Noctis, he looks like he has absolutely amazing aim when he plays TDM, but, you know, really, his aim isn't absolutely outstanding by any means. It's just,
excellent.
He knows exactly where to be, what weapons to use, you know,
It's just
when
part
to
of
be
aim,
there.
really. 3 seconds to go before quad. Last rail bagged by Nitops, although he misses out on the quad as a result. Shouldn't have moved away from that area so rapidly. Fears with the shotgun. With this quad damage now. No rail for Fears to play with. They are 6 frags ahead, waiting for this mega. It's probably a wise decision.
Yeah, and a close game, he needs to make this quad count, so...
Oh, that's a nice first shotgun, and the second one takes out a different opponent. That was really nice play.
And his teammate will be able to take that red armor whilst Fears comes back, just to make sure that this rail and quad area is secure. So they are playing well. I mean, it's a close game. Both teams are playing at a similar level.
Fears knows when to back off. And this is, we're going to see a little bit, like when they're in control of the bridge and quad, it looks like Neutralizer is going to be that little bit more aggressive than Denmark were on the red. Whoa, Viam almost catching all 3 of them out there as a
you have to say, even though Viam went down, he's probably dealt out an amount of damage that he's not going to mind too much.
He got
but splash damage on those 3 players. Yeah, 1 frag, splash damage on 2 others.
Wow.
It's a great route by Fears as he's backing away.
First rocket as well. I mean, Fears has that kind of precision accuracy where he hits these really tight angles. Just over 10 frags, the margin. We're into the second half of the map now, 30 seconds until the next quad. There's no second power up on this map, of course. To bring it back, wouldn't mind a little break in play in a second to have a look at the score and see what's jigging. That's really excellent rocket work, pushing back 2 neutralizer players to the quad zone. Fears dropping down. This is an attack, in fact, by Denmark.
Taking a lot of damage by Denmark.
Gonna have to get Fears in the back, and Viam does. Oh my god, somehow he's still got the frag though. Gizmo
good
steals in, grabs that quad away, shotgun, get out of the firing line. Good frag on Dibby though, backs off, uses the corner.
It's like one of those situations, he has to back off, but he also has to pick up the kill because he'll just be chased around the corner, so that's really, really good work in that situation from Gizmo.
He wants this rail, he wants the 50 that comes up, perfect timing.
He's that mega, but he's not aware of the time possibly.
He is vulnerable. 54 health is not a massive amount, especially when you're glowing brightly.
Yeah. And he knows, even though he knows those are just spam rockets, he has to be so careful going in there because it's such a tight doorway that the wrong timing and he'll just be hit by a rocket, or he could be hit direct as well all of a sudden if the rockets change angle.
Yeah, I mean the splash will just knock you off your path anyway, even if it doesn't really damage you too badly. So let's have a look anyway at some of the scores. Gizmo, the only guy with a positive net on the Danish team. 3 guys on neutralizers with positive net, and yeah, he is fairly close. Fairly even damages across the board.
Surprised those players continue to push that middle room. You know, it hits 2 rails in a row, but they're undeterred by that. You'd think, you know, it'd be sensible to consider backing off because, you know, Gizmo had a good position to make the shots for him.
That's coming around the corner. 2 point-blank range rails, gets his 5th impressive of the map, 52% rail over all. We've got 3 quads left, and the next is in 30 seconds time. This is the worrying bit. You know, when you're in this situation, you're Denmark. You know, you're pretty solid. You're not weak, but you know you're not massively strong or spaced out.
Yeah, and you
well.
know that your enemy.
Oh,
your opponent has been taking items all around the map, they're going to be bringing those items to the quad now.
Well, it is playing out exactly like that. They were just waiting for that attack. It came in, it demolished them, but I mean, it's frag for frag at the moment. Fear's just in here, only 14 health. Is he the guy that's going to grab this quad, or is it going to be a bounce pad attack? Look at this, ZLC stealing in, grabs that quad away.
Another big moment in the match. This is still a close game, and quad with weapons, not much, what, just 100 health, no armor.
Is he going to chase this frag? But I thought he was going to get pummeled or something as he went up the bounce pad. Neutralizers have hit that 100 scoreline in just 11 frags the margin. Good save of that lightning gun by ZLC. Only picks up 2 frags, covered a lot of the map.
Yeah, it didn't impact the score, but we'll have to see over the next minute or so whether the kills made a difference.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm guessing that they probably didn't, because you can still see that this red armor area is comfortable for neutralizers, so they're going to be able to power up from that. Probably the lightning guns under their control still as well, so scoreline hasn't really changed, and the situation of the game hasn't changed either.
Didn't really feel like he addressed the danger areas or the most important control zones. He just kind of ran around looking for frags, and sometimes you just have to focus on, maybe even if it's an empty area, just clear it off and make sure they don't attack that area.
Yeah, but you can understand the temptation. His team is behind in frags. He has the quad. He thinks he can make the impact on the score difference, but perhaps you need to take a slightly longer-term view of the score and just look to establish control again of the key areas.
Good play by Gizmo and teammate there, securing that red armor area. 10 seconds till it spawns. Gizmo failing the jump. Might as well wait around for the red down. Be the last one before quad. We're looking at penultimate.
Oh, these rockets from Gizmo. Not the most efficient rockets.
This could work out very well though. He's still got his rail. Oh! This could be a good defense. I don't think Gizmo in this position will necessarily be challenged.
Excellent.
This is a pretty decent setup.
Yeah, this is strong now for Denmark. This is their chance.
Takes out Fears. Another one bad to go down. 9th. Impressive. It gets an excellent for that 4th of the map as well. He's got lightning gun with this quad. He's got a stack of armor. They can really bring this back with this one run alone. He's going to have to pick up some frags quickly though.
Oh, why? Did he think that was going to be enough to kill him?
I do know why he gave up that frag, because, well, he can take out Cassie. Oh my god, what's he doing?
Is this a bit of nerves for Gizmo here? Because he doesn't look comfortable at all at the moment.
That was very questionable run.
That's a massive opportunity lost now for Denmark. I don't know if it was nerves that got to Gizmo, but he didn't look right on that quad run.
Could have had 2 frags there and not taken the damage that he took.
Yeah.
But either way, they brought it back to a 1 frag game.
They have, but I think they could have possibly taken the lead and significantly better control of the map as well. I'm
going to switch around and find Fears, who's the man that's really leading the line for neutralize at the moment. See what his kind of attack is. Nice attack on ZLC with the plasma. He takes a lot of damage though and goes down himself. I am picking up the frag. Mega health up in about 8 seconds. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a challenge from both teams over this. He just sacrificing himself there. He didn't read the situation well at all. Lion reads that one though. He's not going to go up the bounce pad. That's a really nice bit of shotgun, because that is a difficult position to be fighting in with shotgun. Yeah, because if he misses, Cass could have easily taken him out there, because Cass was hitting a bit of damage on those shots. If you miss a couple of shotgun shots in that situation, the pressure really can get to you. This is a big moment now on this first map in the semi-final Esports Heaven Cup. 10 seconds to go before the final quad on the map. Denmark have just taken the lead. They're in the dominant position for controlling it. They just need to make sure they lock this one out. And here it is. ZLC picks up the quad comfortably. There wasn't even a challenge. Yeah, has to make sure he doesn't get ambushed, because if he stays alive, you have to say that they can surely win this if he stays alive. It's still close enough that they can't. Oh my god, he's getting caught out by the lightning gun, and the rail takes him out. Cass, look at this. Big moment. 2 frags is the difference. ZLC going down off the spawn as well. That was not a well-played quad run, and neutralizers have now taken the lead as we follow Cass still. He's got a few seconds before red comes up. ZLC taking a bit of damage, backs off. The rail does just miss him. Can't believe it. They've thrown this away, They had it in their hands. Have they, though? It's a one-frag game. Here we go. Cass moving through, sees his teammate. He's going to pick up an easy frag on Viam, who just jumps into his LG. And look how tight they're playing now. Look, all around the red.
Unbelievable. It's been completely handed back to them.
And there it is. Neutralizers take the first map. You're right, Vor. I mean, that was in the bag.
Who wins?
I can't believe it.
That last quad was pathetic, says ZLC.
I know. Unfortunately, I have to agree with him. He knows it.
Really. They will not be happy with that one.